Welcome to the trailer of the Who is Greg Muller Jesus mashUP movie. Let's see, this is supposed to entice you to watch the show, but in Jesus land, as I have been fleeing Babylon, um, I have been learning that Jesus works differently. He's a still small voice. He's the least enticing, if you will. He's there when you've finally given up. He's not trying to coerce you by any means. He invites. So let's see. What does Jesus want me to say in this teaser trailer? He says to tell my story of Greg Muller, my understanding of him. So, oopsies. Okay, cool. We're still recording. So, my understanding of Greg Muller. So, back in 1996, I got born again. And I had an experience with Jesus, and he told me to build Zion. And I was involved in a group called the Doctrine of Christ a couple years ago. And I was exploring and learning things. And I saw this guy named Greg Muller make a post. He said, "This is great and all." Essentially, this is what the post said, what I interpreted it to say. "Hey guys, this is great and all. We're talking about the Doctrine of Christ, yada, yada, yada. But what about building Zion? Is anybody working on that?" And that immediately intrigued me because that's what Jesus told me to do, build Zion. And I didn't know how to do it. And, unfortunately, I was a hard-hearted, filthy, stinking, filthy, hopeful sinner. And I still am and always will be. And I didn't even ask, and I look back, I'm like, 27 years ago, he told you to build Zion. And did you ever ask him, hey, what did you mean by that? I'm like, nope. Well, shoot. But yeah, anyways, Greg Muller has hashtag heard him. And in 2015, he was born again and he was told the same thing, build Zion. And Greg's not as hard-hearted of a sinner than I am, at least from my perspective. And because he asked and Jesus told him how to do it. So now Greg Muller is building Zion out in the open, just like Noah built the ark out in the open. He is fleeing Babylon, and he is building, well, Jesus is using him to build in his life, in his Jesus Greg world, self-reinforcing systems, hypnotic systems, if you will, that put him in a trance, and others who follow the systems, where they are literally in the world, but not of the world. Everywhere they look, they see Jesus. The mysteries of God are unfolded, and life becomes a discipline of play. Work becomes art, and your story becomes a Jesus story. Greg Muller is the most progressive person I have ever met in this current era who is building Zion. So as I put together this Jesus mashUP movie, as Jesus is instructing me to do, Jesus will emphasize those things. This is a great opportunity for us to flee Babylon. And it's not for everyone. We all have our ways that Jesus has us flee Babylon, but there are some out there, some misfits, black sheep, broken, mentally ill, homeless, addiction-filled, desperate, hopeless souls who are yearning for more Jesus in their life and just do not know how to do it. This is a system that works. Stay tuned.